Welcome back to another episode of From My Perspective. I'm your boy Dion coming back to you. And I'm joined with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Captain Hater. Q, how you doing today?
Man, you already know the best. It's your boy, Mr. Bill. I'm all right, man. I'm all
All
right.
right. We are a couple weeks away from we talked about college, and usually a week after college, the NFL starts, which is the first week of September. We're literally the middle of August, so we're a couple weeks away from the NFL season starting. These fantasy drafts are starting to kick in. We gotta talk about that too. Then I'll think about it. It just hit me. Fantasy drafts kicking in. But we're gonna give our perspective of what we think is gonna happen in the NFL season. A couple months ago we talked about each division one by one. We had some people on the pod that was a fan of a certain team, a certain divisions on what happened, what we expect. But we're just gonna get a quick run through, quick prediction of each each division. Obviously, give our awards predictions, and then we're gonna talk about who we think is gonna win the Super Bowl. But Q, how you feel about the NFL season coming up?
This is more your bag because I'm the basketball. This more your bag. But I'm gonna enjoy the NFL season like I always do. Of course, I'm looking more forward to the college football because college football take care of it. It be Tuesday action. You know what I mean? Wednesday Conference USA or somebody. Like they give me. I love this time of year. It gets me through every week because it's
Mhm.
always some form of football. Hell, I was just downstairs watching high school football because it's like, but nothing else on. Which WNBA, why ain't nothing on?
We'll
And
talk
was
about you guys at the end of the episode, though. I hear y'all really pushing for some money. I'm proud of y'all. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start out with the AFC East. If you don't know, it's the Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots, Miami Dolphins, New York Jets. According to insert sports book here, the Buffalo Bills is the heavy favorite at minus 270. I mean, we ain't got much to talk about with this division. Unless you got something to say that give me a reason why the Buffalo Bills won't win it.
the New England Patriots do have a new head coach,
A good one at that.
a
You're
great.
familiar with him.
I'm very familiar with his from his time in Tennessee. Uh, he's going to put a winner on the field. Drake May, second season. They got Stephon Diggs. As long as he had put out here partying with, Cardi for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Then again, it might be the motivation for him.
Who knows?
Hey, it could be a distraction or it could be a motivation. I pray that it's a motivation for the brother. So I can see the New England Patriots. Yeah, I mean, no, I ain't got nothing, bro. That's stuff.
You ain't got nothing for him.
Because I couldn't even fake the funk with Miami because simple fact, no shade, but two will get hurt all the time.
Yep, I agree. I was a little shocked. Well, I am a little shocked that insert sports book here has New England as the second favorite and Miami at third. New England's plus 550, Miami's plus 700. I'm a little shocked. I figured it'd be a little bit closer, or Miami would be the slight second favorite. But hey, they must believe in Mike Variable like you do, and I can't disagree with them. But like I said, two is always hurt.
Yeah, I would. I would put New England at two just because the simple fact you don't know what Miami's gonna do.
Yeah, and there's rumors going around that the cheetah might get traded, so you gotta put that out there. We'll see.
I was gonna say, we'll see.
All right, but let's slide to probably one of the best divisions in football, who has probably two of the top four quarterbacks in it alone, which is the AFC North. The Baltimore Ravens is your favorite. Cincinnati Bengals is there. Pittsburgh Steelers, they got old man Aaron Rodgers. And Cleveland, they Cleveland. So who you got? I know you're not picking the team in Cincinnati, but do you believe in Aaron Rodgers? You think they can make some noise, or you just gonna ride with the man Lamar Jackson?
Can I just say I hate the Cincinnati Bengals?
Yep, yep.
Can I just say that I
Go
hate the
ahead.
Cincinnati Bengals? I just hate them. But anyways, oh, I'm going with Baltimore. And I don't feel like you could tell me if I'm wrong. I don't feel like this division is that close. Because Cincinnati don't play no defense. Yes, Mike Tomlin is gonna get you over 500, but what is Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers was risk averse before when he was younger. He's older now, and he wasn't. I think he got a bad rap for last year, even from me. I think he didn't play good, but he didn't play awful or bad.
He didn't play in Aaron Rodgers standards.
Yeah, and we used to Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. But we got to remember Aaron Rodgers is old now. So what Aaron Rodgers are we going to get is the question. So I don't know what to make of Pittsburgh. So then, like you said, come on, but Cleveland don't even know who their quarterback gonna be. They started Shador because they didn't all their other quarterbacks is hurt. Then Shador go out there and play good versus the first string and the second string. So then now you got to answer questions about Shador. Gabriel, I want to see what he gonna do. Hopefully he plays the next preseason game as well with Shador because they're not gonna play Kenny Pickett. Why you got Kenny Pickett on the roster?
I don't know. Yeah, they got 6 quarterbacks on the roster: Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, Tyler Snoop Huntley, and Deshaun Watson, who's not going to see the field this season, may not ever see the field in Cleveland as a Cleveland Brown. But
Deshaun might play this year.
He might.
I was listening to a podcast and they said it was Deshaun's quarterback coach. Deshaun's already throwing. So
if he does, I'll be surprised. But Joe Flacco's going to be the starter week 1. He's obviously not the long-term solution. He's 40. Shador, he did look good in the first preseason game. Apparently, he did get an oblique injury, so he probably won't play the second one. But apparently, Dylan Gabriel is healthy, so he's going to get his opportunity to show why he was drafted ahead of Shador. Prove the people right or prove the people wrong. We'll see. I mean, everybody knows Shador has a lot of fans, and probably me and you both believe he should be QB2 behind Joe Flacco, but we'll see. Dylan Gabriel gets a chance. Kenny Pickett, I agree. I don't know why he was still in the roster. I hate to call for a man's job, but I believe they're not going to keep all them quarterbacks. You only gonna have 3 on the active roster. And I think Kenny Pickett is going to be the odd man out with, obviously. They just brought in Tyler Snoop Huntley because all them quarterbacks got hurt and they needed the arm.
Yeah. I was going to say, he ain't going to make team. I don't even think he's going to make the practice squad.
No. So, yeah, and he wouldn't last long with a practice squad anyway. A team would pick him up. He's a vested veteran. But, yeah, so, I mean, I think Cincinnati, even though you don't like them, can give Baltimore a run for their money.
No, they can't stop a nosebleed, Dion.
All they gotta do is stop it one time. That's all they got. They got to stop the bleeding just for a sec, because the games is gonna be like 45-40 anytime the Bengals is on TV. It's gonna be like 45-40. If they can beat the 45 more than the 40, more times than not, we'll see. But I think they can give their run for the money. But I got Baltimore winning it.
I mean, it's Baltimore. I feel like it's Baltimore head and shoulders better than any other team. I give Cincinnati maybe number 2, but again,
maybe that's the hate. That's the hate talking.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's the hate. Maybe it's they don't play no lick of defense, not even a little bit.
Yeah, that preseason wasn't a good sign either. They was
giving up.
Offense looked great. They had the first team offense. They looked great like they were supposed to. Hey, defense was they was letting people like me cook them. And I ain't played football in about 10 years.
Bruh, that's why I said maybe number 2, because in fact, what if Aaron Rodgers is good? And Pittsburgh always have good defense. That's what they do. They just pay TJ Watt.
True.
They gonna have a good defense. So
Jalen Ramsey too. Well, not just, but they picked up Jalen Ramsey.
So. Yeah, I don't know, bro. That's the thing about corners. Corners have like a hot start and a good look, mid-career, but once they get towards the 30s,
it's tough for them. The people get faster. The receivers get faster. It's hard to keep up with them.
I guess that's why I didn't, because I wouldn't think they'd slow down that much. You know what I mean?
That's
That
why
they,
they usually move him to safety. I think Jalen Ramsey is going to play a little safety.
he might have to. Yeah, he might be. But yeah, but what if Pittsburgh's good? That's why I said maybe Cincinnati. It wasn't all a
Yeah,
little
okay.
bit, a little bit.
All right. So let's leave the hate behind and go to some love. Let's go to the division of the team that you love. Is that the AFC South? The Houston Texans is the favorite with the Jacksonville second, Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans coming up the rear. Um, I was a big Jacksonville fan past 2 years. I have jumped off that bandwagon. Houston's got this. You're looking at the other teams. Jacksonville, they're praying Trevor Lawrence turns into what he was supposed to be. They got Travis Hunter. I know he's trying to be a two-way player. Me and you both believe he's a player in the quarter, player and a half, if that. We'll see. Indianapolis Colts, they got quarterback issues. We just talked about Cleveland quarterback issues. I think the Colts got a bad quarterback issues as well. But Tennessee, I think Tennessee could sneak up on some teams. And I wouldn't be surprised if they finish second or third comfortably. Because Cam, I'm starting to become a believer. The way he's talking in these interviews, starting to become a believer. But Houston, they got this easily.
All right, so I really ain't want to do this division because I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my unbiased. When we start picking games, you know what I'm going to do every week. But my unbiased is Houston Texans is obviously the best team in the division.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question is, are we getting CJ Stroud rookies year or CJ Stroud sophomore year? And his Mixon's going to be as good as he was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Because Joe Mixon was balling last year, even though the team, the success, CJ Stroud wasn't as, he was good, but he wasn't as good as he was his rookie year. So that gives me pause. Well, it don't really give me pause because, in fact, what else is in this division? It's college playing space. So I got Houston as the one. I'm going to be biased. I feel like we number two. Because can you trust Jacksonville?
I can't. I'm not trusting them. They hurt me too much.
Like last year, everybody expected them to be good and then look and see what happened. Trevor Lawrence was supposed to be that dude. He has shown glimpse after glimpse after glimpse, but it ain't continuous. So, for that reason, I am going to be biased and I'm going to put Tennessee at two.
Okay. I'm not mad at that, honestly. I can see it.
Now, two is, we probably only going to win 6 games, but we still two.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I don't like Indianapolis.
They got bad quarterback issues. I'm gonna give us a pat on the back. You know, we come to y'all when we wrong. We own up to it when we're wrong. But I will say, me and Q, we was right about Anthony Richardson so far. He did his thing in the underwear Olympics. People was hyping him up. Me and Q was like, man,
Wait and see.
We didn't do that in the underwear Olympics. So as of right now, me and Q is right. Maybe he can prove us wrong. If given the opportunity right now, he ain't been looking good.
He's in a competition with Daniel Jones. Is that not loud? Like he's in a quarterback competition with Daniel Jones. And I'm not saying Daniel Jones ain't like a worthy backup, but not quarterback competition. You know what I mean? Yeah, if I'm wrong, bro, tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. In that first preseason game from Anthony Richardson did not help. All the experts, analysts, former quarterbacks in the NFL, everyone that I saw on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, I'm calling it Twitter because that's what his mom called him. But every one of them said, "Oh, that was on Anthony Richardson. He didn't do the right thing. He should have hit his high." Every one of them said that was on him and not the running back or the tight end. So, and even worse, they said that's day one stuff. That's stuff you learn as soon as you walk into the door. So that made it look even worse. Hopefully he figures it out. I want him to prove us wrong, but so far he hasn't. I just hate to say it.
We want to be wrong, but they don't. You know what I mean? Don't look like it.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's go ahead and move on to the AFC West, which has usually been dominated by one team. Might be a team that has a chance to sneak up, but the Kansas City Chiefs, they're the favorite. Denver Broncos coming behind them. Los Angeles Chargers, and the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me a reason why the Kansas City Chiefs won't win it.
Okay, I can give you a reason why. Second year under Harbaugh
Okay.
might be some improvements. Uh, yeah, that's all I really got.
Nothing about Denver because I mean they're the second favorite. And Bo Nix. I mean I'm gonna talk about this when we talk about the next division, but he looked good in his rookie year. But I'm a big believer that there's usually a sophomore slump. So
yeah, and you know how I feel about Sean Payton. You know,
yeah,
so as a rep, you know, I ain't.
yeah.
Nah, I can see Denver finish second, but I don't really see Denver challenging Kansas City.
Okay. I
It,
think this is gonna be a tough year. I feel like Kansas City will pull it out, but this is not gonna be a cakewalk like like it
no, I think this is the
was.
best. I think, from my perspective, I think this is the best division on the AFC side.
Oh, even though
Yeah, but
it's better than the North. It's better than the North.
you know what I'm saying, you got more faith in the North than I
No,
do,
no.
because I'm thinking the
The
North.
more I think about it, this is a 3-team. North is a 2-team and a possible.
Yeah, like nine and seven is going to be second place
Mm-hmm.
from my perspective in the North. It might be it might be 11-6 over here.
Yeah, I
So,
see.
uh, okay, that's damn not that's like 9-7, 9-8. My fault, but yeah, 9-8. I was trying to come up with a different reason for the Chargers. I was about to say San Diego because I mean that's where they're from. I was trying to come up with a different reason, but every time I give Herbert credit,
Yeah.
because you with Jacksonville, I always have faith in Herbert, and I do lead with that. You know, he hasn't showed it, but he has great flips. But I be having faith in Herbert, and it hasn't paid out for me yet. So I'm not gonna do that this year. So that's all I had was a year or two under Harbaugh, and that's all I still got.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope Herbert figures it out. I do because he looks the part. He got all the tools. Maybe somebody said he might be too big, and that's why he's struggling. And that never, I didn't think of that, but I was like, okay, I guess that's possible. I
It
don't
could
know.
be. Never know.
But yeah, nah, come on. It's the Kansas City. The whole AFC is the Kansas City invitation.
Yeah.
It's,
As
and
of
I
until it
love
changes.
yeah, I love Baltimore. But until somebody beats Kansas City, it's still the Kansas City invitation. The
And
Chiefs
beat them in the playoffs too. No, you can't just beat them in the regular season. That don't mean nothing.
because they don't even take that serious. They don't even take that serious no more.
No, they just wait. Hey, they wait till they get to the playoffs. That's when they turn into DEF CON.
Yeah, Travis Kelce be chilling all year, barely playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, waving at your Taylor Swift on the sideline. You know what I mean? They don't even be playing in the regular season. But the playoffs, that's still Travis Kelce. Oh, okay. Don't let them season stats. Don't let them season stats. That's still Travis Kelce right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the North is. I'm excited about the AFC North mainly because of the fact I want to see what Tennessee's going to do, and I think we are going to finish second. Cincinnati might be able to get one or two tackles, but other than let's be real, Kansas City Chiefs is probably going to still win this division.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this division in this conference.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. We'll get there in a little bit. Then we gotta go to the NFC East. Philadelphia Eagles is the favorite, the defending champions. Washington Commanders, Dallas Cowboys, and the New York Giants. There's two things that's like they're going against each other for me for this division. No one has repeat as champion since I believe 2005 when Philadelphia Eagles did it, and the Washington Commanders they got some problems in terms of there's a disgruntled receiver at the moment, and like I said about Bo Nix, like what happened with CJ Stroud, there's usually a sophomore slump, especially when you have a good year as good as Jaden Daniels did. It's going to be hard to live up to what he did last season. I can't pick the Cowboys, especially after the first what I saw in the preseason game. I can't do it. Giants, I wasn't gonna do it. I guess I got to go with the defending Super Bowl champs to finally break that curse of no repeat champions of the NFC East. I just think Jaden Daniels is not going to have a good season as he did last year, especially with Terry McLaurin maybe out the door, not very happy.
Before we started the pod, me and you talked about a lot of these divisions. The better question is who's coming in second place.
Yeah.
This is one of these divisions. The better question is who do you think is going to come in second place? Because of the fact Philadelphia, imagine they did lose some pieces, but they had a bunch of pieces already, and they got more. They had a bunch of good draft picks that just was waiting the opportunity to get more shine. So I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. The better question is who's number two. In your line of thinking, because I was thinking the same way, I think Daniels is going to take a sophomore slump. So I got the Cowboys actually finish second in this division.
Appreciate it.
I don't like y'all.
That means a lot. That means a lot.
But I really do think y'all going. I think y'all going to finish second in this division. I think y'all going to make the playoffs.
I got us going in as a wild card as
well. Yeah, y'all going to make the playoffs. Man, y'all going to lose in the first round because that's what y'all do. The Cowboys is going to lose in the first round because that's what y'all do.
Yeah.
But I got y'all in the wild card, and I got Philadelphia as the one. Now the question is, is this division going to get 3 wild cards? Because how bad is Daniels going to be?
I don't think he's going to be awful. Honestly, when you have as good as the years he did, took his team to the NFC Championship game, it's going to be hard to live up to it. Football is hard. Consistency, that people get paid for being consistent. We'll see. There's a whole year of tape out on Jaden Daniels. That's the biggest reason why I think sophomore slumps happens when you get a whole season of tape. Them defensive coordinators are very smart. They know how to attack weaknesses, especially for young quarterbacks. So we'll see. But no love for the Giants. Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart.
He got quit playing, bro.
All right, let's move on.
Quit playing, bro. Nah, before how soon do you think Jackson Dart starts?
Week 5.
I was thinking 7, but okay, cool.
Yeah, week 5. They give him a month. Russell Wilson gonna throw a bad pick or get hurt. Don't wish that on him, but hey, Jackson Dart, he looked good in the preseason. Next division, the NFC North. Man, I ain't talking about look at the NFC North. I just think man, the Detroit Lions have came a very long way. The Detroit Lions are the favorite. Green Bay Packers are second favorite, with the Minnesota Vikings, who's trying out a new quarterback who came in second in the division last year, and then Chicago Bears with the caboose. I don't really want to keep, because I feel like we're just saying the team that won last year's gonna win. That's kind of I don't know. It's gonna go against spoilers. It's gonna go against what I think is gonna happen at the end of the season. But I'm gonna go with Green Bay winning this division.
I honestly can see that, though. To be honest with
you,
yeah. I think this division is closer than, let's say, the NFC East. I feel like this division is closer to the fact Green Bay has a solid team. They have a good defense. Jordan Love can prove that he could win you some games. So I can see the Packers winning this division. That's not a wild take.
My biggest reason, though, is we got 2 new coordinators, offensive and defensive coordinators for the Detroit Lions. That is the biggest reason for me.
That's a good point. That's a solid point because both one's in Chicago now, one's in the Jets. I'm still gonna go with Detroit. You're right. We are kind of picking a lot of the same teams that won last year, but some of these divisions is kind of who else you gonna pick?
Yeah.
I don't feel like, which typically in the NFL they do have some big trades or big roster movements, but it's really what you see on paper going into the season. Of course, it's going to play out differently. Like you said, the NFC East hasn't had a repeat champion in years.
Nope.
So going on paper right now, going into the season, it looked like Detroit is still the best team in that division.
Yeah. But they lost the coordinators, but they still got pretty much the same players.
Yeah. So, but I can see out of the division, I feel like this is probably the closest as who's gonna win. Now the AFC West, I think is probably the better division, but because I even think Oakland's gonna be all right. But I think this, as far as who's gonna be the winner, I
Vegas,
think
Vegas,
you say what?
Vegas.
Man, like what you say about Twitter? Like Oakland, man, come about that nonsense. But
Right.
yeah,
Really,
you're
they
right.
mama named them LA for real. They should be. I think they
True.
should be
That's
there.
true. That is true.
They should be there instead of the Chargers, but that's neither here nor there.
So yeah, now I'm gonna go with Detroit, but like I said, I can see.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that was tough. I just no. I'm actually rethinking my Super Bowl pick the more I think about it. We'll get to that in a second. But next is the NFC South. Tampa Bay has ran this division pretty much for the last 5 years. Since Tom Brady walked the door, even when he walked out, they ran the division barely though, because this has been one of the worst divisions. This has been the division where 8 wins get you to win. But you got Tampa Bay, the Atlanta Falcons is second, the Panthers is third, and the New Orleans Saints is fourth. This is I'm going with a new winner. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. I'm feeling an opposite of a sophomore slump for Michael Penix Jr. He didn't play much last season, but I'm feeling like he's going to have a great season this year. Obviously better than what he did last year, and help the Falcons. I mean, he got weapons all around him. He just got to divvy it out.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm gonna take them back. Take the listeners back. Take you back. Remember last week when we talked about the Big 12,
Mm-hmm.
and my notes said I don't know.
Yep.
And what my notes say about this? I don't know. Honestly, I do not know because, like you said, it's really about who gonna get to that eighth or that ninth win,
Yeah.
and is it gonna be versus can somebody sneak 10? If I had to put money on it, I will put the money on Atlanta Falcons because of the weapons, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like their defense is good enough. But I also, and then the other question is, okay, cool. Besides Atlanta and besides Tampa Bay, do you feel like Carolina could do it? No.
Nah, not really.
Do I want New Orleans to do it because of who their quarterback is now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do I see them doing it? Nah, I mean still New Orleans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm a, I'm with you. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I don't feel confident in that, but if I'm betting money on any anything, I'm gonna bet on the weapons. And
All right.
hopefully, Cal, what's the point? Pitts. I hope he figures it out.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They say to you is people say they're gonna stop drafting them, but they always do. I got a question for you about the New Orleans Saints. Obviously, Spencer Rattler, presumably the starter opening day. He did not look great in the preseason. Tyler Shuck played pretty decent. Did throw a pick six, but did have a nice throw after the pick six for a touchdown. Threw for like 168 yards, one touchdown, one pick six. I think it was like 12 for 19, something in that range. How long do you think it's going to be before Tyler Shuck gets the start?
I was about to say week one. I'm swearing. He started no later than week three, and
I,
I know that's kind of quick. I know that's quick, but I think you know what? Fuck it. He started. Excuse my language. He started week one.
hey, the way the first preseason went, honestly, I'm sure it should be a quarterback battle. Kellen Moore, the head coach, you should have went in as a quarterback battle. It shouldn't be given to Spencer. But Spencer didn't look good, and Tyler Shuck looked a lot better. It's a little bit different with Jackson Dark, Shador. I mean, Cam. We knew he was going to start. That's him. But Tyler Shuck's 26. You, you can't really be patient with him. You got to put him out there. And no, I know New Orleans Saints fans, they wasn't so thrilled to get him. He's a good quarterback. We'll see if he translate well into the NFL. But I think what you need to do, I think you need to start Tyler as soon as possible and see what you got. If Tyler stinks it up and he's bad, you get a top pick, get you a top pick, get you a quarterback. A lot of Saints fans they want Archie. there's a good chance that he doesn't even come out. But if he does, hey, just get Tyler Shuck in there. If he's bad, y'all get a top pick, get a pick of the top quarterback. If he's good, y'all got y'all good quarterback. Y'all just need to go ahead and get him up. He's 26. You can't be patient with him.
Yeah, right. Look, I want to ask you because Archie basically said, not Archie's daddy, granddad said he was gonna stay for another year. Do you think he's really staying for another year?
I think it depends on what he accomplishes in college. If he wins a national championship in the Heisman, there's no reason for him to stay. But that money is not a money's not an issue. He ain't gonna stay for money. His last name is Manny. He's good. He's good. Is if he feels like he's ready for the NFL, and it depends on what he accomplishes. That's how I think. If he if he is the number one overall pick, the projected number one overall pick at the end of the season, there's no reason he should stay. I don't think you should, but we'll see. I'll be surprised.
Okay, I would think it will go off how good you think he think Texas is going to be the following year. Like if he doesn't win the national championship this year, let's say they lose or whatnot. How good do you think Texas is going to be? Can you get back there? I think that would be a big deciding factor for him. That would be a big deciding factor for me because I would want a national champion. Especially, yeah. I'm a man. Like you said, I got money, not a problem. Yeah. But at this point, I could build my resume. That's what I'm looking towards. I could build my resume.
All right, so next up, NFC West, which has usually been dominated by the San Francisco 49ers. They are the favorite. The LA Los Angeles Rams are second. Arizona Cardinals third with the Seattle Seahawks. Coming up the rear, this is another one. I'm going with the team that's projected to finish second. I got the LA Rams. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. My Dallas Cowboys, they was in a joint practice with the LA Rams. Seen a lot, heard about a lot, how good they look. I think San Francisco, they on the decline. They've been losing players. And Brock Purdy, he just got paid. No more Debo. Brandon Ayuk is hurt. A lot of issues right now. Christian McCaffrey cannot stay healthy. I got the Los Angeles Rams.
See, I wanted to pick the Rams, and I think I still am going to pick the Rams. But my thing is, Matthew Stafford's issues with his back. Mm-hmm. He ain't no spring chicken. I don't think that's going to just get better all of a sudden.
Nope.
So, but like you said, you look at the 49ers, they lost. So, they lost a lot of people in. Everybody stay hurt.
Yep.
It's kind of like NFC South. I really do not know, but I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I ain't gonna lie. I almost started saying the Cardinals.
Yeah, don't say that, man. Whoa, definitely don't say that. But yeah, so hey, those what we think about the division. I'm excited to see what it plays out, but we gotta talk about these individual awards. We're gonna start at the bottom at what the insert sports book here says. AP NFL Comeback Player of the Year. As I was, thinking about my picks earlier out the day, I got to Comeback Player of the Year, and I was like, who is even in consideration for Comeback Player of the Year? So I opened up insert sports book here, and the favorite is Aiden Hutchinson. I kind of forgot he broke his leg. So
his leg.
He's the favorite. Dak Prescott is second. Obviously, he had a hamstring injury that took into the season. Christian McCaffrey, who was hurt, had an Achilles injury, so he pretty much didn't play most. Trevor Lawrence is in there. Don't know why. I can't remember the injury that he had. I guess he did. J.J. McCarthy, obviously, he didn't play at all. Can you win Comeback Player of the Year if you never was there?
You see my face as soon as you said J.J. I was like, wait. How is that possible for him to even win? He didn't even play last year.
Yeah, so and Max Crosby plus 200 is at the bottom so far. I mean, the list is longer, but they just give you the first six. But Aiden Hutchinson and Dak Prescott, those two, I can see it. I think it's going to be I can see it being Dak Prescott. Obviously, Dak Prescott, he's in the limelight a lot more. Aiden Hutchinson, I think seeing some videos of his training, it's gonna take him a little bit longer to get back to the thing. That he broke his leg, and it was a Dak Prescott. It was just a hamstring injury. If he's half of what I can't say half, if he's 75% of what Dak Prescott was 2 seasons ago, it's his award. It's his award to lose.
So when you said Dak, I instantly went, well, Dak's gonna be able to put up stats. Dak plays the position that's gonna get the most attention.
Yeah.
So the winner's going to be Dak. As long as Dak play like Dak,
Yeah.
then unless Hutchinson come back and go MVP level crazy, I'm gonna go with Dak.
Yep. So yeah. So I would say I didn't think about it. Now I looked. That's okay. That makes sense. Let's move up to the AP NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. Abdul Carter is the favorite. Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, Mike Green, Travis Hunter, and John Hyde Campbell are your six guys. Travis Hunter is plus 1,300, sitting in fifth place. Sorry, he's sitting in fifth place. But Abdul Carter looked good in preseason and the videos I clipped. He's gonna be the bright spot. They got that. I said it last year. They got that Lamborghini on offense and
Mm-hmm.
big neighbors. They got their Lamborghini on defense. They just got to build the rest of the house around it, around these two
Okay.
guys.
They gotta get the garage looking nice. Now, my instant thought was Abdul Carter because I think Abdul Carter is gonna be there.
Yeah, so yeah, like that. They gotta get the garage looking good. Power wash the house. They gotta get it. They got some Lamborghinis. They just gotta get the rest of the crib looking great.
And I think Travis Hunter is not gonna play enough. Travis Hunter's gonna play. I don't know how many snaps he's gonna get to be effective enough on the defensive side
Yep.
to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, and I mean, we can talk about it a little bit now. I kind of disagree with what Jacksonville is doing with him at the moment. I would put him mostly on offense and spot duty. I mean, I would put him mostly on defense and spot duty on offense. Right now, it seems like they want to put him mostly on offense and spot duty on defense. I believe he's a much better corner than a receiver. But hey, I ain't an NFL coach. Who knows? Yeah, so I just go with my naked eye sees. AP NFL Offensive Player of the Year. It's going. Got some heavy hitters here. Saquon Barkley is the favorite. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Gibbs, Derrick Henry, and Bijan Robinson. Oh man, this one's tough. I don't think Saquon Barkley is going to have nowhere near as good as a year that he had last year because what he had last year was just crazy. But I think Gibbs, I'm gonna give it to Gibbs from the Detroit Lions. Justin Jefferson, I would give it to him, but who knows what JJ McCarthy is going to be.
Uh, uh, Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Justin Jefferson. I ain't gonna lie. I started to say Jamar Chase. I did start to say Jamar Chase, but it's the hater in me. So I'm gonna go.
And my Jamar case, he same with Saquon. You had such a great year last year. You're not gonna duplicate that, right? It's just hard. You want the triple crown. Bijan Robinson is looking at me like pretty hard though. If the Falcons is gonna be something, he's gonna have to do something.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But yeah, nah. I think Justin Jefferson got Sam Darnold paid.
Yeah.
So I think he gonna get JJ McCarthy. He might even get him in the offensive rookie of the year conversation because of the simple fact the numbers that Justin Jefferson gonna put up.
Yep. I like it. I like it. AP NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Parsons has a slight favorite over Aiden Hutchinson, which is interesting. This is the first time getting him some Defensive Player of the Year love. Usually, Micah, T.J. Watt, who's third, Miles Garrett is fourth, Nick Bosa is fifth. Another newcomer into this award is Jared Verse, the second-year player from the Los Angeles Rams. I'm just going ahead and ride with my guy Micah. Jerry Jones has been pissing him off. I know he's gonna go crazy.
I know this is a long shot, but I'm going with Pat Surtain
He probably should. Yeah. Why is his? Where is his odds?
because he's a corner. That's why they focus on the defensive lineman.
I had to.
Look, because it's Michael Parsons, T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett. Like nobody cares about the corners. I'm going with Pat Surtain.
Uh, in insert sports book here, he's 12th plus 3,300.
Bruh, 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trey Henderson is in front of him. Who is he even gonna play most of the season?
He came. He did come back to camp.
Okay, he came back. Nick from Pastor Turn's teammate Nick Bonito. I apologize. I'm not familiar with your game. I'm just going to say it, so I'm sorry. And Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter, Max Crosby, and Will Anderson are ahead of Pastor's hand, along with the guys I said earlier.
Nah, I'm going with Pat Surtain.
Hey, I like it. Hey, best corner. Hey, at that receiver little camp that Chad Ochocinco had, they was talking about Pastor 10 like he was Thanos. Like they was like, bro, you ain't can't do nothing with him.
You would think that he would get more. Well, not just him, corners in general, because of the fact the league is so much of a passing game now.
Yeah,
that a shutdown corner or would get
should.
more respect, but I guess not.
I guess not. Um, Offensive Rookie of the Year. We have Ashton Genty as a slight favorite over your quarterback, Cameron.
Yeah, stop it. Why we ain't got to read there? We know who it is. It's Cam Ward. We ain't got to read.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm agree with you. It's gonna be Cam Ward, quarterback. He's gonna put up the numbers. Ashton Genty, I mean, he's not on a great team. He could put up some good numbers, but I don't know. I'm interested in seeing where he goes in people's fantasy draft. He's probably gonna go top 5. You know, a lot of people love them rookie running backs, but I don't know, man. But I'm agree, Cam.
So
Yeah, I think a lot of people gonna take him early. Rookie running back, he's got it all, but ugh.
okay, okay. I didn't think he would go fast, but okay, yeah. I
Uh,
see your point. I see your point.
but we'll see where we'll talk about that at a later date. Before we get to the big boy, we gotta talk about NFL Coach of the Year. I don't have any odds on said insert sports book here, but got any thoughts on who you think could be Coach of the Year?
Fable. I think New England is going to be above 500. So he's gonna be the big reason for that.
Dude, you will get no disagreement from me. Uh, I will probably ride. I'm probably gonna ride with I don't want to. Dan Campbell though. I might ride with Dan Campbell.
You think so? Because in fact they already was good. And if they continue to be good, you think he'll get?
I think because of the back to new officer coordinators.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got. I
Yeah,
keep forgetting
new
about they got
coordinators, new
coordinators.
coordinators. I think that could give them some love. But all right, let's go ahead and slide to the big award. Now, before I'll give you talk about the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, but I'm gonna ask you a question. An insert sports book here. Who do you think is the first non quarterback that shows up on this list, and how low do you think he is?
Saquon Barkley at 7.
Saquon Barkley at 19. So let me give you the names of the people that are ahead that have equal. One guy has equal or better chance, according to this sports book here, than Saquon Barkley to win the MVP. Bo Nix, he has equal odds. Kyler Murray has better odds. Trevor Lawrence has better odds. Matthew Stafford has better odds. Dak Prescott has better odds. Caleb Williams has better odds. So I mean, this is pretty much a lot more quarterbacks are ahead. But I was interested. Saquon Barkley is at 19, and after him, Justin Jefferson is way down there. Cam Ward has better odds to win MVP than Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, according to this sportsbook here. Something I find interesting, as I'm scrolling, Anthony Richardson is on this list, and he is ahead of Bijan Robinson, Christian McCaffrey. So I don't know, but I thought that was interesting. I wanted to see that. But let's go back to the top.
Like, do you see this face? Like, do you see this? All right, like the face. I can't even put this face into words. It's like, really, it's really what we doing. I know. I get quarterbacks should be top 5, right? Even if I disagree with it, I understand why quarterbacks should be top 5. But Bo Nix has the same MVP odds as Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Anthony Richardson, we ain't even sure he gonna get a job. Is ahead of Bijan. All right.
Crazy to me. But let's go back to the top. Your two favorites. The favorite is Lamar Jackson. The defending MVP, Josh Allen, is behind him. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. You know the guys. Jaden Daniels is behind him. Justin Herbert is behind him. You know the guys. Do you think Lamar is going to get his MVP, or will we get back-to-back from Josh Allen? Or do we have another newcomer come in and take it?
We got a newcomer coming in. But I ain't gonna say his name because he played for a team I don't like.
I was gonna say that same name, but I say the name. But my question to you, you must think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I think they're gonna be
good enough. Because if they was good enough,
10-7. Why I keep saying 9-7? 10. I keep forgetting it's 17 games there. It's not 16.
If they was good enough, he probably would have been the MVP last year. And I agree. I'm going with that same man. They about to the big four of the NFL, they all gonna have one. I can see it happening. They want to give the big four. And if you watch Sports Center or any other thing, you can see where the narrative is already starting to go. If he has a good season, it's gonna be his. So
I ain't gonna say the name. But because, like you said, for them to win games, it's gonna be 44-40. You know what I'm saying? 38-35. So he gotta put up points. He gonna get a lot of touchdowns. That's part of the reason why I was about to say Jamar Chase as offensive player of the year, because in fact they're gonna have to put up points.
mm-hmm.
But shout out to Joe Burrow.
All right. So let's go ahead and get to what you guys want to know, our Super Bowl picks. Sometimes we're not right. Sometimes we early to the party. What we gonna pick today? Let's find out. Your favorite is actually a tie for the two favorites is the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't even got the Philadelphia Eagles going to the Super Bowl. Just in fact, it is hard to repeat. But I am going with the matchup that I felt like we should have had the last 2 seasons. I'm riding with it again one more again. I'm riding with the Baltimore Ravens going up against the Detroit Lions. And I got the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I'm a little hesitant on the Detroit Lions one, but I got the Baltimore Ravens.
All right, so that was actually my Super Bowl pick too. So I'm picking somebody different because it's who you get.
Hey,
so,
great minds think alike. Cause I'm just saying.
I am going to go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with the repeat. I'm gonna go Kansas City versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, rematch.
And I hope I'm right at the end of the year, even though I believe you're gonna be right.
And so that is what we feeling for the NFL season. In the comments, man, let us know who you think gonna win the Super Bowl. Who's gonna be your matchup? Who's gonna win it? Let us know. But we got some more to attend to. What we got, Q?
Well, we started the top 25 over the next 5 years. We started a couple of pods ago. We took a break from it. But we're gonna finish out the top. We're gonna finish out the list. We're gonna give y'all the top 10. And we're gonna give y'all a recap. At 25, Jamar Chase. 24, Tyrese Halliburton. 23, Paige Buckets. 22, Angel Reese. 21, Justin Jefferson. 20, Juju Watkins. 19, Carlos Alcaraz. 18, Josh Allen. 17, Cam Moore. 16, Lamar Jackson. 15, Aaron Judge. 14, Scotty Scheffler. 13, Luka Doncic. 12, Joe Burrow. 11, Ellie Dela Cruz. Now, everybody from 10 to 4 was on 5 list. That means they was left off somebody's list.
Okay.
Because it was 6 people doing the voting. So everybody here was on 5 lists, but they didn't make all 6 of them. Number 10, Paul Skeens.
Okay.
Number 9, Travis Hunter. Number 8, Patrick Mahomes. And number 7, Cooper Flag.
Damn.
What do you think of those 4?
Cool Flag's a little high, but I mean, I guess people think he's the next one. Patrick Mahomes, I think he should be a little bit higher. His game is not as the way his play style is not physically demanding as Lamar Jackson or especially not Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen probably got a good three to 5 more years the way he plays. That man be just running people over. But yeah, I think Patrick Mahomes. But I don't see nothing wrong with that. Paul Skeens. My question is he gonna stay in Pittsburgh? Because people think he's gonna be up out of there soon.
You know, what surprised me was Paul Skeens being up this high. So many of us actually had him on the list. That
we versed him.
That was what surprised me. But yeah, and like you said, Cooper Flag, he is kind of high. He is kind of high for him not to even play an NBA game yet. But he made 5 people's list. Okay. Number 6, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Number 5, Arch Manning.
That's high. Oof.
Number 4, Anthony Edwards. What do you think of those 3?
Arch is high. Arch, I would for him. He's has like same with Cooper, but different with Cooper. We haven't even seen Arch play a full NFL. We haven't seen him play a full college season, let alone a snap in the NFL. That's high. That's high.
Yeah, but like I said, he was on 5 people's list of 6. All right, last 3, the final 3. I feel like everybody know who the final 3 is, but it's more so boiled down to in what order they came up to. But drum roll, number 3, Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
Number 2, Shohei Ohtani. And number 1, Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah. I ain't gets no complaints from me. Shohei, man. I went to go see him play a couple weeks ago. He didn't have a great game, but the aura around him, every time he got on the mound, people was at attention. Every time he got to the plate, people stood at attention. He's the real deal. And Victor Wembanyama, man, that man, I was worried, knock on wood, I was worried that his height would affect his health. Usually it does. Knock on wood that it doesn't. But if he can stay healthy, man, I don't know if if he play long enough to be in the conversations of some of those goats, but if he does, he will. I'm just as long as he's healthy, there's nothing stopping him.
Okay. Yeah, I like when we talked about doing this list, we knew Wemby and Shohei was going to be 1 and 2. It just depended on what the order was going to be. Caitlin Clark surprised me because a lot of people don't really fool with women's basketball.
Oh.
But I feel like we talked, the people we polled was real sports heads. And the thing that all of them pointed to was her impact on the WNBA, her impact on the game is why they think why she's up so high on all of their lists. Those 3, Wemby, Yeah. Shea Otani and Caitlin Clark was on every. They was the only three people on everybody's list. They
As it should be.
they now I do want to talk about number 4 real quick. And we got Anthony Edwards at 4
Think
above
that's how
S
low.
above SGA.
I think he's more. His game is more exciting to watch. He's more of an exciting player. No, you want to hear him in the interviews. You want to watch his game. Shea, they already calling him the free throw bandit. He already has a bad rep, but he has a ring. So, yeah. And he's
He's
on
a,
a much better team too.
yeah, he's a merchant. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But yeah, that's our top 25.
Yeah. So while we talking about Caitlin Clark, I was looking at some stuff. Obviously, the biggest thing that's going around is the pay. And apparently, from reports, it looks like that the WNBA players turned down a deal that would have quadrupled their pay, minimum from 66K to the minimum from 66K to 250K, maximum from 250K to 1 million. And some of the players were saying that's a slap in the face. They said that's not enough. What's your perspective on that?
Well, a lot of them get 200K from Unrivaled.
Yeah.
So if Unrivaled could pay 200K, I feel like the WNBA should be able to pay a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
From my perspective, Unrivaled just started. They already paying 200K.
Mm-hmm.
The WNBA has been around for 20 plus years. I feel like they should be able to fork over at least 350,000.
Yeah. So yeah, the players didn't think it was that wasn't enough. I mean, they probably like say I didn't realize rivals. I was thinking like that's not awful. Then you bring up the rivals things like, oh shoot, if that's the case, you absolutely right. They're outside. They should not be getting paid more in other leagues than they do in the WNBA. Especially if they want to take it. If they want these players to be that more serious about it than they already are, and grow it as much as they more, they can't pay the same amount as other leagues. So I agree.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not saying, well, get your money. I was going to say, I'm not saying they should get, NBA contracts,
Oh hell,
$1 million a year. I'm not saying that, but at the minimum 350.
350. All right.
At the minimum 350.
All right. I don't disagree with you, but I know you got some hating to do. We'll get to that in a second, but that'll do it for another episode of From My Perspective. Your boy Dion, glad you could join us. Please like, please subscribe. Hit that link in the bio, get you some merch. Leave a comment on who you think is going to win this year's Super Bowl and who you think is going to be the MVP. We was talking about some money. And there's been some money news last week, but I know Q, you wanted to talk about it. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you the floor.
What happened last week?
ESPN bought something.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Well, did
Yeah.
you also know that they also come up with another app that they go them and Fox is coming out with another app that you can pay $40 and you're gonna be able to get both apps, Fox app and ESPN app. That's basically cable. What
I
are we
got
doing here?
I can't keep up with these apps, dog.
With all these subscriptions, that's time you pay for all of these subscriptions, you're basically paying for cable. So they talked about like a paying cable and satellite fatigue. People got tired of doing that, so they went to subscription. Now it's going to be for subscriptions fatigue because, in fact, everything's in an app now.
Yeah.
Everything don't got to be streamed. When I'm watching football and basketball, I'm still at home. How many people are really actually watching basketball and football on the go? They might check in on the score.
Yeah. I'm
They'll
not
pull
watching
it
it
up,
on
check in on the score, then they go close the app.
Nah, it's rare. If I'm watching it on my phone, it's because I'm not on the go. I'm sitting down and I have the ability to, and that's really just because I got the Sling app because I got Sling TV.
I got YouTube TV. So yeah, like if I'm out and I want to see a quick score, or if I'm like at the bowling alley when I'm in my league, yeah, I might cut the game on, but at the same time, I'm gonna go end up closing this out because of the
Yeah,
fact
Yeah.
If I'm out on the go, I'm not trying to be in my phone. But then again, other people do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of apps. God damn. Yeah, ESPN, they have the rights to the WWE PLE starting pretty much next WrestleMania will be the first time. Kind of a little confusion. I'm sure they'll clear it up a little bit more when it gets there. Apparently, if you have some type of cable subscription, YouTube TV, Sling that has ESPN, you should get free. I think Sling and YouTube TV are still in negotiation. But if you don't have it, you gotta fork up instead of your what $11.99 from Peacock, you gotta fork up $30 for another app. I don't know. Um, I will say I want to give a shout out to if some good news, some stop hating for a little bit and start loving. UFC, y'all finally doing the right thing. People was tired of paying $79.99 on top of the $10.99 they had to pay just to watch a UFC pay-per-view, you had to pay $10.99 to get it for a subscription, just to get the opportunity to pay $79.99 to watch the pay-per-view. Ridiculous. That model is there now. They're going to CBS, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, CBS first.
glad that's over with. I wanted to love on that. You got anything else you wanted to add to this app craziness?
Yeah, if ESPN, if you're charging $30 for this app and all you added was wrestling and a couple more NFL games, is it really worth $30?
Oh. And then
That's
as of right now, they don't even got the WWE library. They just getting the PLEs.
so you should have $30. This UFC package that Paramount got should have been a part of the ESPN deal. So it feels like it's worth it.
Yeah.
Currently, right now, is it worth $30?
Nah, not right now. But
$30 a month. The PLEs is only once a month.
yeah, well,
So
hey,
um,
I'm hoping they pull through with Sling, and so I only gotta pay because I think I'm paying like $70 for Sling. And hey, I ain't trying to pay no more money, man. I got Netflix, Peacock, Hulu, Max. I got too many apps. I need to cut the cord eventually on these apps. But again, thank you for joining us for another episode of From Our Perspective. I'm your boy Dion. Like I said, like, subscribe, hit that link in the bio, get you some merch, leave a comment on who you think is going to win the MVP and who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. Once again, I'm your boy Dion. Q, take us home.
you already know the best. It's your boy, Mr. Bell, aka say your name on the spot. Might not put you to mind. We get it y'all later.